to the 30, to the 20. He can go all the way to the 10.
Know what's going on? Come on now.
Clocking out, I have to drop you on your YouTube scroller. Call up Money Junkie, we done got the conversation rolling. Hit up Blue and ask him which one his parlay is going. Call a couple hours.
Hey man, welcome in everybody, and we would like to thank y'all for sticking it with us, and we would like to welcome in to the best new edition of Conversation Junkies. Once again, it's your boy Blue, and it's your boy Money Junkie. Yeah, we'd like to say we apologize for all the hold-ups and setbacks in the past. You know, we had a lot of technical difficulties and everything going on, but now we're here with better, new, and improved quality. I'd like to take a shout out to my boy 23 Picasso Zoe for our official new song, Conversation Junkie. And I'd also like to give out shout out to my boy Go Getter Graphics for giving us those cool graphics and designs y'all seen in the intro. And with that being said, y'all boys, let's like, comment, and subscribe down at the bottom. And with that being said, let's get into the video. Let's go.
Let's get it. What's up? Hey, listen, I'm a little under the weather, so if y'all hear me coughing and sneezing, I apologize. But how you feel about the Chargers and Texans game?
Alright, so jumping straight into it, man. I have to say, it was definitely a sloppy performance from both sides, Chargers and Texans. But I will have to say it was an entertaining game nonetheless. Justin Herbert, it's your second time in the playoffs. Now you 0-2 in the playoffs. You got the head coach now. Granted, your O-line didn't help you at all. Your receivers didn't help you at all. But you got to do better than those 4 picks, man. And I'm gonna just say this: shout out to Lap McConkey. I root for all my Georgia boys, whether it's George Pickens or Darnell Washington. Lap McConkey, I done told everybody about him. So he's a future dog. Y'all see it right now in his rookie season. But with that being said, the Texans, that defense, man, smothering. You know, CJ and Joe Mixon, they had a couple turnovers themselves, but you know, shout out to Rex Ryan, smoking on that Rex Ryan pack. They said, hey, I gotta give it to him. They pulled it out through the adversity. What you think, man?
But you did also bring up Justin Herbert, his 4 interceptions. 2 of them, I don't blame on him because his receiver dropped one, and then it looked like his receiver didn't try to extend for the ball on the other one. So therefore,
yeah, the lad went through the hands. Yeah, lad, you do gotta come down with that. I do agree. And let me just say, Quentin Johnston, brother, don't tell your mama to quit, man. She might need to get a couple more years in, cause you look like he was coming back on. You was getting your confidence back, but again, man, with these drops, and at some point, it's like you got to get out your head, man. I know that it's hard, bro, but it's gonna be harder and harder for the quarterback to rely on you, and you keep fumbling like that. So,
but since we are starting talking about this, the Texans, I want to say every team won except for 2 teams that I thought was gonna win. They lost, and the Texans, they won. I thought they were gonna lose. Like I said first episode, I thought the Chargers was going to be the team to actually worry about in the AFC. Justin Herbert, he didn't show that he was to be worried about.
Not this year. No, most definitely. Yeah,
they was quiet and they had a good little season. So it's like, what they going to do in the playoffs?
I told y'all to go check out our first couple episodes. I told y'all, but
he did lose 5 years ago to the Jaguars when they was up 21 points.
Yeah, you see it now that Justin Herbert definitely has all the tools. You know, he's big, he's 6'5", you know, 230, got the strong arm. You know, he could possibly say he's physically, he looks just as good as Josh Allen, but sometimes it's a mental thing, and it's you putting yourself in these positions for your team to not be able to win. At some point, it's not the defense no more, and you can't say it's the coaching. I get it, it's the drops here and there, but look at Nico. I'm sorry, excuse me. Look at CJ. Those 2 scrambles he had before in the second quarter, before the half, both of those led to a touchdown and a field goal. Sometimes you do have to just put the team on your back. And I don't know if it's just Justin Herbert can't run, his ankle messed up. I've been seeing reports about that or whatever. But sometimes you just gotta have that dog in you where you're not losing. That's the difference between a Mahomes and a Lamar versus a like you and the Dak Prescott. Like sometimes you just gotta do it.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta have that will. You gotta have that dog. Gotta have that fight.
I mean, you see how CJ. Like I said, they came out turnover after turnover. They matched up points before the halftime, and then by the second half, the defense rolled out. By the time they got to carrying, with next thing pick six. By the time it was that punt field goal, and they ran it back for 2 points,
started rolling.
Yeah, it was just demoralizing at that point. Like there's nothing else you could do. Like here we go again. So
yeah, 'cause now you gotta throw the ball. You ain't gonna run it.
Yeah.
So now I get to send everything I want at you.
Oh yeah, that Texans defense line. Will Anderson. Oh yeah, that boy is coming. And then Derek Stingley Jr. It looked like he playing on NFL Madden, using lurking everything that's coming his way. Like man. But with that being said, the Chargers are home, so Kansas City don't have to worry about them. And the Kansas City will be playing Houston Texans, the number 1 and the number 4 seed matchup in the division round. But we'll get into that later. My boy, oh boy, the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. They go to the Ravens and they lose 28-14. How do you feel about that loss?
If you wonder why I got these shades, though, it's because I've been crying. This is my boy's life. Oh. The game started out terrible. Defense couldn't stop nobody. But I can say this. Our defense, we played to stop the run. We played to stop Derrick Henry from the run. Lamar took it in his own hands. He said, all right, y'all going to play like that. Kept pulling. It got so bad, them boys ran 13 rushing plays in a row. They offense got any and everything they wanted. Our defense couldn't cover. Our defense couldn't stop the run. I don't even think he threw the ball matter of fact, he threw the ball only 21 times.
Yeah, the
Derrick Henry
offensive upset was just like amazing on that, man.
Derrick Henry had 26 carries, 188 yards. It was just anything they wanted in the ground game they could get. So it just started out bad. Our defensive front looked terrible. I think Cam Hayward is finna retire. Now start talking about our offense. Our offense shows some good looks and some bad looks. We can't keep doing the same thing. I damn near could predict everything we're going to do. Run, pass.
I'm so glad. Thank you, Arthur Smith, for leaving us. I appreciate you for taking Cordero. Shout out to you. I appreciate Scotty Miller, Van Jefferson. Salute y'all boys. Hey, I tried to tell y'all.
But George Pickens, you bounced back. You didn't get any bad stupid penalties. You did get an offensive PI. You pushed off, but that's understandable. You didn't get no boneheaded penalties. You wasn't being arrogant. You wasn't talking smack. You wasn't getting dumb penalties. I could commend you for that. And our offense, they showed different plays. We should have ran more packages with Justin Fields. I feel like he should have gotten the game. He only got in the game 5 plays. I feel like he should have played more than that, especially knowing what's at stake. It's a win-and-go-home game. You gotta give it your all. Russell Wilson, if it ain't a 50-50 ball, you gonna do a check down. You gotta go in the middle. Pat, you gotta throw it to Pat. Give it a 5 move. We gotta get Washington more involved. Big 80. That's a big joke from Georgia. We gotta get him more involved next year. But Arthur Smith, you gotta go. I'm tired of the run, pass. It's the same thing every drive. But all in all, I wasn't even upset with the offense. I was very highly disappointed in our defense. That didn't look like the Steelers steel curtain that I know at all.
My turn?
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, 16 for 21, 165 yards, two throwing touchdowns. The team had 50 rushing attempts for 299. They ran for 300 yards on y'all.
I know.
The Steelers defense.
Exactly.
T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, Alex Highsmith. I saw Micah Fitzpatrick get stiff arm not only once but twice in the game.
You're a DB. As a DB, you're not supposed to try to tackle Derrick Henry head on. Get his ankles. I know he don't like it. Who cares? This is football. Tackle his ankles. Shoestring tackle.
Derrick Henry rushed for 186 yards and 2 touchdowns. And 2 touchdowns, man. Mike Tomlin. You know what? At some point in time, it's not even to say that you a terrible coach or anything like that, but maybe it's just after a while, you know, your voice kind of drown out. It's like when you're in a relationship for so long and you just keep hearing the same thing over and over and over again, and then it just gets to a point where it's like you go deaf to it, you go numb to it. And maybe that's what it's like with the culture and what's going on in the locker room, because like at some point in time it's got to be a question of effort. Like even besides George Pickens, like there's no way that they should have been able to run the ball the way that they did. And of course y'all are divisional opponents, y'all gonna see each other enough times where y'all can figure each other out, but y'all have been known to been the team that have had the recipe on Lamar Jackson and this defense. Now granted, they do have Derrick Henry now, but 186 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then you look at Russell Wilson from the box score, it doesn't look like Russ played bad. Although if you watch the game, the first half, they did not move the ball.
The first half,
all.
we had 63 yards total.
Russell Wilson finished with a box score of 20 for 29, 270, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Najee had 6 carries for 17 yards.
Okay.
Now, every Pittsburgh Steelers fan I know has been comparing Pittsburgh to Atlanta as far as who would you rather have, Drake London or George Pickens, or who would you rather have, Najee or Bijan. Bijan they put in the
I always said Bijan as running back. George
Bijan
Pickens, I would
no.
still have George Pickens at receiver. But Bijan is my running back for sure. Najee isn't. Najee has a good season. Yes, he has 1,000 yards every season he's been in the NFL, but that's literally 50 yards a game. He played 17 games a season.
George Pickens, 5 for 5, 87 yards and 1 touchdown. Van Jefferson, the second leading receiver, for 2 receptions and 37 yards and a touchdown. Mike Williams, one pass for 37 yards. What are y'all gonna do with that? Y'all, that's the Steelers brand of football. If y'all can't make, bless you.
No,
If y'all can't make no change, man, y'all have to make a change. Cause it's the same thing over and over and over again. Y'all are 0-6 in the past 6 playoff appearances, man. If it's not Mike Tomlin, it's gotta be something, man. Y'all gotta make a statement at quarterback with whoever y'all decide to pick, whether it's gonna be Russell or Justin. I would say Justin personally. Mike Tomlin.
We need a receiver.
Y'all need a receiver. Mike Tomlin. It doesn't mean that you're a bad coach, man, but sometimes it's just time to go, and it's okay. Maybe sometimes you could just wear out your welcome, and that's fine. But all in all, I have to say I give it to the Ravens. They showed their dominance, and gotta give them the win. I didn't expect anything but a domination. So. And
I did lose a bet. I have to say this on the pod. Shout out to Baltimore. Fly, Ravens, fly. Flock Nation. Killing me to say that.
With that being said, they will now be facing the number 2 Buffalo Bills, who just ran over the Broncos 31-7. All in all, we don't really have to spend too much time on this game. I watched the game, and honestly, by the third quarter, we just knew it was a blitz. I say, before you go, Bo Nix, I give it to you. You look like you had some fight in you in those first 10 to 15 minutes. You know, shout out to, who was it? I want to say Mims, was it, for that bomb play or reception it was. But chat, y'all let me know in the comments whoever it was. But Bo, you showed like you could play in the NFL, so I have to give it to you. But I mean, over and all, I just have to say that it just looks like their dominance. Besides Kansas City, they just look like the team to beat. And, they just put on full display today. Josh Allen didn't even really have to do too much.
He didn't even have a great game in the first half. In the first half, he didn't have a great game. The second half, he turned up. I can't lie.
Tell me how you feel about it, man.
Honestly, Bo Nix, y'all scored 7 and didn't do nothing after that. Bo Nix, as a rookie, you did great. I said it last episode. You showed me you belong in the NFL, even though what you played in college, 6 years? You're 28 years old. So you have no reason not to be ready. You're more than prepared. But Sean Payton, you had your team get ready to go, but they fell short when it came to the playoffs.
Yeah, I gotta give it to Sean Payton over and over. He's done pretty good for this team, even though they were 9-8 last year. Getting them to, what was their record, 10-7, and getting them to the playoffs. Hey, you know, it showed an improvement. I give it to them. They faced a better team.
Yeah, you came in playing a team that's been to the playoffs more than once. They have a very talented quarterback and a quarterback who's been in this position more than once. So, what did you expect? Like I said, granted, Josh Allen didn't have the best of game in the first half, but that second half, he showed that he's Josh Allen while he's in the MVP race. Granted, I don't think after the performance Lamar just had versus us that he's going to win it anymore, but
I mean, if you're looking at it, Josh Allen really had a great game. Like, he was 20 for 26, 272 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
But all of that came second half.
Because they didn't have to, like, that's how much of a team they were. They at some point in the third quarter, like, you could just tell Josh Allen and Sean McDermott, they were just like, all right, let's just stop playing. Yeah, and then they scored that 20-yard touchdown, and it was just like, it's just over with at this point. Like, what are you going to do? So, I mean, you know, like I said, shout out to the Bills, and now we will be able to see what the AFC matchups actually, you know, this is actually the playoff football now. So now we got Kansas City versus Houston, and we got Buffalo Bills versus the Ravens in their matchup.
So do you think Josh Allen versus Lamar will decide who wins MVP?
Nah, them ballots already set. Like, they supposed to be announcing it, I'm pretty sure soon. Like, right before the game or during the game. Yeah, those ballots already cast, man. So
Vegas might call something flaky. We can wait till after the game.
So
over.
yeah, we gonna see. But I mean, to be real, like I said, I called it out. I thought it was gonna be Lamar, but I mean, I'll tell you what, if whoever doesn't get it,
it's gonna light that fire.
It's gonna light that fire up. Yeah, like, you know, they are playing in Buffalo, but let's just say Josh Allen don't get it and Lamar get the MVP again, and
I say this: if it snow, Buffalo. If it don't snow, Baltimore.
It's gonna be in Buffalo, so it might snow. So yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna just leave it at that. If it snow, take Buffalo.
Okay, we'll call him for that. We'll call him for Money Junkies bet soon. All right. With that being said, let's go into our next Sunday night wildcard game. We got the Green Bay Packers going into Philadelphia and losing 10-22. Bears, man. You know what? Let me just say this before you get started. Jordan Love, you know, you showed a lot of potential throughout the season.
A lot.
You know, Matt LaFleur, I gotta give you your credit. You know, y'all battled through a lot of adversity with y'all quarterback being in and out of the rotation, y'all wide receivers being in and out the rotation. But at some point, y'all just gotta say to yourselves, man, we just getting bullied, man. Like, they literally put BTA when out physical. Every other possession, I felt like y'all had to play down. Hurt. Like, God, like I can't even say the word just because, you know, we trying to make it somewhere as far as that, so we gotta watch our language. But like, man, y'all got out physical. When I tell you that defensive line caused havoc on y'all. Like, Jordan Wicks, I gotta give it to you. You played a hell of a game. Jordan Reed, or who is it? Jalen Reed. Jalen Reed, you a dog. I gotta give it to you, but it was just a sad day, man. That's all I gotta say. Jalen Hurts,
you suck. You and Dak Prescott the same person. You had a terrible game, brother, and they all still won. Like, Saquon Barkley is literally, I don't know. I like going back to the conversation we literally just had. Saquon, he should be up there in the MVP race. I know he's not. Damn, he's showing he should be it. And I ain't gonna lie, you messed up a lot of people parlays, homeboy, by sliding and not going for that touchdown. I ain't mad at you, though. You just want to win the game. It's about getting to the final destination, which is the Super Bowl.
Jalen Hurts, 13 for 21, 131 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. The Philadelphia Eagles ran for 34 carries, 169 yards, and their longest of 17. Saquon Barkley, 25 carries, 119 yards. So that rushing attack, you know what? I have to say that'll probably be the equivalent to Christian McCaffrey going to the 49ers for Brock Purdy. That's what it feels like to me. This feels like it's Christian McCaffrey-esque. Like,
okay, if you're going to say S, yeah. Because if you take Jalen Hurts out, like, just how last game, if he don't play, I can stack the box. Because you ain't got to worry about that other quarterback running.
All you have to do is, like, you can lean on their run game because Saquon Barkley is so dynamic. Yeah, I got Derrick Henry stuck in my head because they both like just, excuse me, y'all, back and forth, just like dominant running backs. But like,
that's what I'm getting at. But as far as with Jalen Hurts, it's the same thing with Lamar. I got a read option. I can pull this if I feel like y'all finna keep jumping on Saquon. I can run. I gotta worry about both of y'all.
I get that, but then think about, you gonna leave Devontae Smith and AJ Brown on islands? They gonna chill.
If they got Jalen Hurts at quarterback, yes.
You see what they did when they had Kenny Pickett back then. They still, I mean, before Kenny Pickett got bum rushed and got taken out of the game, I mean, he didn't look completely terrible with them. Granted, he a backup now for a reason. Shout out to Pittsburgh Steelers, your team. But
granted, he can throw the ball too.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, to me, I feel like I always say, I feel like Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott is the same person. They're gonna turn the ball over.
I have to say, yeah.
Because even, matter of fact, no, think about it. Yesterday when I was at work, even the Eagles, my coworker, he an Eagles fan, he even came up to me. He's like, Dad, you might be right. I said, what are you talking about? He said, Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts is the same person. And we both just bust out laughing. Man. And that's his team.
Yeah, man. I mean, all in all, I kind of wanted the Eagles to lose just because, you know, I got somebody that I'm really hating on right now. So I really didn't want to see y'all prosper, but I gotta give it to y'all. It's fly Eagles fly this for this round of the playoffs, and you know we'll just have to hope that whoever the Eagles play in this next round, upcoming game between the Vikings and the Rams, they just can put y'all out my misery. But you know, until then, I give it to y'all. Shout out Saquon, shout out Nick Sirianni. I gotta give it to him for fighting through the adversity. But Jalen Hurts, you definitely gotta play better because, like, competition ain't gonna be as easy as that. Like, everybody ain't gonna lay down for you like that. Over and all, Jordan Love, and man, you got that bag, so yeah, shout out to you, but you can't play like that, man.
Facts.
Right.
Next up, we got the Buccaneers, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Washington Commanders. How you felt about that game, my boy?
That was, you know what, that was the best over and all game I feel like I seen throughout the weekend. Granted,
totally agree.
Yeah, between that one and maybe you could say the Texans and the Chargers game just because of like all the crazy interceptions that was being thrown. But as far as like dog fight, like two teams that was going at it, hey, I'm a Falcons fan, y'all know this, but I had to say at some point in time you do find yourself rooting for Baker. Like, it's like you can't do nothing but want to root for this. When he put that shoulder down and ran and to get the first down, I was like, you know what, like how can you not want to
over B Wagner?
Yeah, like how can you not want to play for this dude? And then I also have to say this, man. We got everything we expected with the Mike Evans versus Marshawn Lattimore beef, man. Them boys went at it like from jump to end, like.
But they ain't getting no penalties though, cause they know it's gonna come. Yeah, this is a playoff game. This ain't no regular season game.
They knew it was gonna come, but you could tell like the intensity was there between them. Like every other play, Marshawn Lattimore was diving for ankles, and also Bucky Irvin. I gotta get to him. He a future dog, man.
Sure.
In another year or two, when it's time for him, y'all boys better give him his money, man. He look like he that boy. But over and all, I have to say, Jaden Daniels, you know, he just got a clutch gene. Like, it is what it is. Like, I have to say between everybody, I have to say maybe CJ is probably the next closest when it comes to like Pat Magic, but Jaden Daniels look like he's proving me wrong every step of the way. He's right there. I'm kind of hating on him because of what he did to my Falcons, keeping us out the playoffs. But like, hey, if you got it in, you got it in you. Like, you've had 6 game-winning drives this season in your rookie season by yourself. So as a rookie, so and you've already run away with Offensive Rookie of the Year award. So you know, only the sky's the limit for y'all, and I don't see no chance of them slowing down anytime soon. I mean, granted, they are playing the Lions, so that's gonna be their next chance. But I mean, I have to give it to them, man. It was a hell of a game, man. How you feel?
I feel like if the game close, Washington gonna win. It's just something about Jay Daniels. He got that gene in him, that clutch gene. Every game when it's close, he find a way to get it done. As a rookie, granted, you know they say, oh, he a rookie. We ain't got enough film that could be studied on him yet. Fuck all that. That man making plays happen. He's showing he could be a top quarterback, and he's showing why he was a top pick. Him throwing to McLean, however you say his name, he know how. Yeah. Terry, scary Terry. That boy know how to get open. What Chase say? I'm always open. Yeah. McLaren, he know how to get open too.
Nah, he's always been a dog. It was just he always played for the Commanders, so he never really got his respect. But like, if you a real football fan, you know that Terry has always been a dog for real.
Yeah. Hey, but they running back 30 Eckler, Ezekiel, however you say his name, Austin Eckler. Yeah, he a dog too. I like how he a monster. He running. He ain't scared of contact. He running through you, not running from you.
Eckler's always been decent. I feel like ever since he left the Chargers, he just.
But as far as the Bucks, man, you was right. How can you not root for Baker? And my quarterback running over linebackers. Coped up. That's what he's always play for too. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I gotta. Hey, I give it to him. Levante David Vita. That defense, y'all played a hell of a game. Like Jamal Adine, that breakup you had in the back front pylon of the end zone. That's championship defense right there. And it's just, I mean, granted y'all didn't have it when it mattered most, but like y'all scared for time and time to come.
Since we talking about defense. That old man that played for the Commanders, Bobby Wagner, 10 tackles. Led the team with tackles, man. That old man, he like, what, 35, 36?
Yeah.
Been in the league 10 years. Him and Jay and Daniels got a 10-year age gap. That man still making big plays. He showed up when it mattered. Recovered the fumble, sacks, making plays. And he ran the running back over for the Buccaneers. Even though he ran past Baker Mayfield, he didn't get the sack. But Bobby showed why he's still in the league, still a top player for sure. Captain of the team, captain of the defense. But let's get back to the Bucks. Mike Evans, you played a great game, brother. And just your team, they let you down, man. Your defense let you down. Y'all defense couldn't cover when it mattered the most.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, that Jaden Daniels, when they weren't able to convert that touchdown into the end zone, when they say football comes down to a game of moments, it literally all came down to that Baker Mayfield fumble. Like that fumble leading to Jaden Daniels and that offense getting the ball back, which your defense had already been tired, stopping them from this long drive. That was, I'm not gonna say it was the play of the game, but that literally made the game. They put them up enough to where now that y'all got the ball back, y'all don't have enough time to be able to get it back.
And then, but they did get them to another 4th down after that. They scored off the 4th and 2. So it's just the defense didn't hold up at the right moment.
It literally but that's what I'm saying. Like, it literally comes down to those 1 or 2 possessions, like but you can't give up. Like it comes down to a game of turnovers. Like, who has the turnovers, not only the least, but when it counts, like when it matters. They're not all created equal.
They aren't. But as a head coach, like my head coach used to tell me, it shouldn't have come down to that. So I can't just blame this game on Baker Mayfield because he fumbled. Defense should have tightened up when they were supposed to. Everybody, nobody was getting whatever they wanted down the field. Everybody was wide open. So I can't blame that on Baker. Granted, turnovers matter the most in the playoffs.
I mean, and when you look at it, they were running the ball well too. I mean, they had 25 carries for 101 yards. I mean, Baker didn't really have to do much. He was 15 for 18, 183, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Yeah, he had the fumble, but I mean,
that's what I say.
Yeah. They put up a really good game. Like, it just came down to that. A rookie. And then when you look at Jaden Daniels' numbers, he went crazy. Like 24 for 35, 268 for 2 touchdowns. Like he just outballed you when it mattered most, man. And so you have to give him their props when it's due, man. As much as I hate to see it, I let him see it. So either way, I don't feel either 2 ways about it, man.
Rookie of the year for sure.
Yeah, definitely rookie of the year. He gonna have some problems with Jalen Hurts in the years to come. We'll see whatever the Dallas Cowboys do.
For some odd reason though, I can't even agree with you on that one. They got the Eagles number. If the Eagles end up playing the Commanders, mark my words. If the Eagles end up playing the Commanders, take the Commanders.
Okay, so with that being said, let's go into the next week matchups. So we got, Kansas City playing Houston.
Come on now, that's a no-brainer. KC.
I mean, listen.
Patrick Mahomes, don't go against Kermit the Frog.
No. I'm always gonna bet. I never bet against Mahomes. You know me. I'm a Mahomes fan. As much as I love the Falcons, I know greatness when I see greatness. But if Houston defense play like what I just seen against Justin Herbert, I mean, granted they had to because C.J. Stroud kept giving the ball over. If they hunt for Patrick Mahomes like that, I mean,
I get that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Chiefs defense like that too now.
Chiefs defense is like that as well, and C.J. has been rocky.
And if you take Nico out the game, then what?
Yeah, Trent. Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm going for Kansas City. I'm just saying, like, that's gonna be a great game. And like I said, CJ has that clutch gene in him too now, same as Mahomes. I'm a Mahomes fan, but like, if there's anybody I've seen that not so far as like play style, but just like has it in him, like everybody say Burrow or whatever, I say, me personally, CJ is that next up, and he's not afraid of him. He ain't afraid of nobody.
Yeah, you're right about that. He ain't afraid to show it when they matter the most.
So who you say out of you going for Kansas City?
I'm gonna say Kansas City for 200.
Okay, Kansas City for 200. Okay, how you feel about number 3 Baltimore going to number 2 Buffalo?
I already said that one. If it's snow, take Buffalo. If it's regular weather, I'm gonna go with the black quarterback. I'm gonna take Lamar Jackson.
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like it's gonna be. Give me Baltimore again. Give me Buffalo. Give me Baltimore at Kansas City. It's gonna be a rematch of last year.
Even if it's snow?
It don't matter about it, Lamar playing like a man possessed this year.
He playing backyard football for sure.
They already like destroyed him one time this year. Like even if it's not the same outcome, I feel like they've dominated them well enough to know like they know what they have to do with that. Derrick Henry, he gonna be unstoppable. So I feel like they just got the formula to where it's gonna be done. But so I got Kansas City facing Baltimore in as a rematch of last year. Who you got out of the Commanders in Detroit in the NFC?
Who I got? I got Detroit. They just too powerful. Who I want to win? I want the Commanders to win.
You want the Commanders to win?
Yes. I ain't gonna lie, I would love to see Jay Daniels in the Super Bowl and win it as a rookie. Just for the just.
Yeah. He kind of give you that vibe like a Lamar Jackson or like a Jalen Hurts. So it's like that black, something about that black man. Like you just want to root for him and see him win. So
and then I'm biased with it too. He was a Tiger. My college team LSU. So he was a Tiger. So I'm kind of biased with it.
I understand. If you so biased, man, you should have been looking at Malik Neighbors.
For sure.
Instead
but
of
Lee
Marvin
went
Harrison.
to New York. Come on
Instead
now.
of Marvin Harrison, man. All right, so we also got tonight's game coming up. We got the Vikings and the Rams matchup. Third time with Sam Darnold playing. They gonna be 0-3 if they lose tonight, man. How you feel about it? How you feel about this game overall that we finna see?
Overall,
The next
I feel like
hour.
I feel like Sam Darnold gonna actually show if he a top quarterback or if this just was just, I'm in a weak division, I'm in the NFC or whatever. He gonna actually show if he a good quarterback or he just game manager.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna actually this gonna prove to us which one is he gonna be. But now as far as the Rams go, that boy back there, his offense, they gonna actually put up them numbers. To me, I think it's gonna come down to the last drive of who got the ball. I think it's gonna be a close game because both teams gonna put up numbers.
True.
Because you can't stop that boy Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
And then everybody been sleeping on Jordan Addison, boy. He done had a hell of a season this year. Like
exactly. So
for him to be a number 2 receiver, they shredded everything over there. But then again, you look at they got Puka and Cooper over there too now.
Yeah.
You can't sleep on them.
Puka, shout out Puka, boy. You don't put some money in my pocket this year. I tell you that.
And I mean, Kevin O'Connell done came from the Sean McVay tree, so it's like
he know what's gonna go on. But I honestly do feel like it's gonna come down to that fourth quarter, the last 2 minutes of the game. Who gonna make a mistake and who gonna capitalize off the mistake? I feel like that's just how the game gonna go. It's gonna be a game to watch, just how the Commanders and the Bucks game was. It ain't gonna be no, oh, we know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a blowout. Oh, this game over with. Nah, it's gonna come down to the wire. But I definitely, I'm gonna root for the Vikings just because of Jay Jettis.
honestly, I feel like, now don't get me wrong, I do feel like I do have the Rams for the night just because Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, and Sean McVay, they got the experience.
True.
And, you know, they already got a chip in their back pocket, so I feel like that's going to just carry them a lot of the way. But this is the game that's going to determine whether or not Sam Darnold is going to get a big payday or if he's just going to be the same old regular Sam Darnold that everybody just thought he was. Now, granted, I never thought that she was bad. Like, I just thought that she was always in bad situations.
He was on the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, you went from the Jets to the Panthers to backup 49ers to, like, your first stop now. But, like, hey, everybody talking about, hey, is this a new Sam Darnold or is this, like, who he's been all along? And you got a possibility to be, you know, looking for some big money this year. This, like, you just lost last week to the Detroit Lions. Like, this week is going to determine whether or not are you really him or not. Because, you know, they do have JJ back there and they want to wait and see. You know what? Let me ask you this. If you the Vikings, what are you going to do with the Sam Darnold and JJ McCarthy situation?
As far as paying him?
Yeah.
Pay both of them.
Mm.
What? I'm going to see how he end the season. Sam Darnold wise. If he end the season, like, based off tonight, if he play mediocre, that'll let me know what I want to do. But if he play outstanding and we lose to something humbug or the defense lose the game, I can't be mad at you. You did what you were supposed to do.
I mean, that's like kind of broad. What did you say? Like, you have to say, like, okay, so if he put up 220 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and they lose by 10, how you feel about that?
220 interception, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Is the interception his fault or is he putting the ball in harm's way? That's what I'm saying. You got to analyze the whole game. You can't.
But I mean, hey, when it's business at the end of the day, you got to think about the money. Like, you from an organizational standpoint, like.
Because at the same time, I'm still gonna talk to Jay Jettis. Jettis, how you feel?
I get that, but you just drafted a rookie as well. You know, you still got
right.
JJ.
Yeah.
You can't pay both of them.
True. Like I said, it tonight will let me know.
I feel you.
Because if you go out there and ball out and the defense let them score last drive of the game, I can't be mad at you. So it's just gonna determine how you end the night.
Yeah, I feel you. Like I said, I got the Rams taking the Eagles into that game. But I mean, you know, we'll like to finish off this segment, man. We'll like to finish it off with, before we get over with, we got a new segment we're gonna start introducing to this YouTube platform and all other platforms that come out. We got Money Junkies, Money Line. Oh boy, let's get into it and let's tell us about your picks for the week, man. Let's go.
We don't prize pick tonight with it, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna go out the night game. We got the Rams versus the Vikings. I'm gonna take Justin Jefferson to get a touchdown. See, me personally, I only do 4 mans. I don't do 6 mans. Cause you know you're gonna miss by 1 leg every time. So like I just said,
I feel you on that, boy. That is the truth.
We're gonna do Justin Jefferson for a touchdown. Matthew Stafford, his passing yards, it's at 244.5. Take the less. I don't think it's gonna be. Well, honestly, I'm gonna think about it. Take the more. Take the more. Is that because the only reason I said take the more because there's a 0.5 in it. If it wasn't a 0.5, I'd say take the less. But that 0.5 let me know Vegas got something going on. So I would take the more. Puka Nacua, his yards at 94.5. Take the less. And one last one. Cooper Kupp, 50 receiving yards, take the more. You put out however much money you want to put on yourself. But I definitely take the more. And that, anything you would?
No, I mean, I ain't got no picks pulled up for today. I actually got some breaking news before we head off into the sunset, man. We got Mike McCarthy getting fired by the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to say the Dallas Cowboys, but we know it's Jerry Jones at the end of the day. Could not come into terms for agreement for a new deal with Mike McCarthy, man. Dallas Cowboys. How you feel about this, man? How you feel about that?
Love it. No, I'm just playing. I hate to see somebody lose their job, but at the end of the day, he's been there, what, 2-3 years?
He's been 4 years.
Oh, 4 years.
Yeah, they done had
so, yeah,
back.
4 years, not winning nothing. Your defense is only built if you have a lead. I feel like it's time for a change. You got Michael Parsons always crying and complaining on his podcast. Obviously, there's no leadership in the locker room from head coach to player wise. So I feel like it is time for a change. 4 years, yeah. Let's go ahead and get something new in here. Who they gonna get? I don't know because I don't think they're gonna get Dion. So
yeah,
me personally, I agree with how they moving, but not necessarily. I don't like to see nobody fired. So
yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm glad that you said that because I mean, the New England Vikings. The New England Patriots, they just fired Gerard Mayo last week, and it just says today that they signed Mike Vrabel to a contract. So with that being said, between Mike Vrabel and Mike McCarthy being fired, like, it's only really slim pickings out there for coaches-wise. So Jerry Jones, I don't know who you expected to get. I mean, Mike Vrabel was the best option out there. Now that Bill Belichick is in North Carolina, I don't really know who you think he's finna get that's finna be able to just turn your season around and win good shape. But you know, I mean, Deion Sanders coming to the NFL as well. I don't know how I feel. I kind of feel like I like that with the Raiders. I mean, with him getting Shador. I mean, granted, that's been the only coach that he's ever had. But if I don't know, if you already been making it known that you was gonna stay with Colorado, don't do him like that. Like after all this time, I mean, let me get your opening statement.
He already said he was gonna stay. Yeah, I agree with that. Don't tell me you gonna stay and then leave that same year. At least if you gonna leave,
like give it another year or something. Like, but I mean, yeah, like that's crazy, man. And I mean, everybody knows Shador getting drafted like top 5, probably there. I mean, granted, the Raiders got the 6th pick right now, but I mean, Deion, I would at least say give it a year. I mean, it's sad the way they did Antonio Pierce, but Deion been kind of flirting with the head coaching job over there. I just say, man, don't do them boys at Colorado like that, man. That's all I have
not off year one. You feel me?
Not off year one.
After you done told them boys you gonna stay.
And
granted, he did say he will go to the NFL if the check right, which I understand, the money right. You know, but don't do that. And you done told them boys you finna stay. Man. You got people entering the transfer portal to come to you. You already got the #1 quarterback in Georgia coming to you.
And they really just had a good season this year. Like
exactly. So
like he really turned the franchise around. So I wouldn't do them boy like that.
Yeah. Give it another year, and then you can get up out that door. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, you're a grown man. You gonna make your own decision.
So I guess we'll see soon what the Raiders and the Cowboys do with their coaching positions, and we'll get back to y'all with that next week whenever we get that information in. But with that, we come to a conclude of this special crazy edition of this week's Conversation Junkies. Like I said, welcome again, and we appreciate y'all for coming in, joining the family. It's your boy Blue.
And it's your boy Money Junkie. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.
Yes, sir. And thank y'all for coming. We'll see y'all again soon. Let's go.
We out.